Hi, Lori here from Hardworking Mom. Today's business tip is going to be on integrity and keeping the goals for your business straight. So when you start a business, the best thing to do is to write down your goals. So there may be many reasons why you wanted to start a business. It could be that you want to follow your passion, that you want to do the thing that just makes you so happy every day, and you want to be able to make a living at that so that that's what you can do for your life. It may be that you have another purpose. It could be that you're doing it so you could stay home with your children. It could be so that you can supplement your income. You could be saving for your children's education. You could be trying to get equipment that you need for medical purposes. It could be that you're trying to do something socially that really would help the world and would help you. There's a lot of different factors that drive people to open and run a business. So it's really important when you start your business that you write down the goals, because you want to keep true to those goals. It's so easy when you're in business to get distracted by everyone else who's in business. It's really easy to see someone else doing something and see them succeed and think that you need to do that. However, that might not be in line with the goals that you set. So there is a 4-way test that is really excellent at helping people keep on track with their business goals and keep integrity where they set it. So it's really important that you keep your integrity, because that is the thing that helps people learn to trust you. They're not going to buy from you if they don't know, like, and trust you. And if you do things that put your integrity in question, then you can lose customers. You might not lose them immediately, but over the long haul, it can happen. So the 4-way test, it's a really great tenet to use in your business to see how you're doing. And when you're making decisions, if you see someone else do something and you start down that path and you're chasing that squirrel down the hole, you want to make sure that you ask yourself these 4 questions and make sure that you are still keeping on track with where you want to go. So the first question is it the truth? Is it the truth for your business? Does it line up with your goals? Does it line up with what you're trying to do? Is it fair for all concerned? So what does this mean? Don't build your business on the back of someone else. This means don't use someone else's problems, issues, or their successes to help you build your business. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? So this is really important, right? Because what you're doing is you're trying to create loyal customers, and customers are going to see if you are being consistent, if you are keeping your integrity, if you are keeping with the goal you have in mind. And yes, you can build friendships even with competitors. Just because you have competitors does not mean that you should treat them any differently than anyone else. And as a matter of fact, if you build good relationships, you can actually help each other, even if you are competition, because there really is a lot of business to go around. We live in a huge world, and we don't need to put ourselves out there on an island all by ourselves, because we don't need to do that. You know, we're human beings. We need to help each other. We need to live life the way that we would want other people to see us living. We want to run our business that way, because that's how we're going to earn trust. And the last question is, will it be beneficial to all concerned? So I see companies do this. I see where they They get distracted by other people's past, by other people's success, and they start doing things that really are questionable. And it may not be something that happens immediately. It might not be something that really gets you off your path immediately, but it will happen. So you just need to be really careful when you're making decisions in your business. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So if you see someone who is making a gadget and you see them succeed, and so you go ahead and you make your own version of that gadget, and you just change a couple of things and you start selling it as your own. Well, I mean, yes, you can do that. Yes, you can get away with it. However, in the long run, it's not going to help you, because you will make enemies along the way. And it's just not a really good place to be coming from, because people will notice that that's what you're doing. And, you know, it's going to put a question in their mind about whether they should be doing business with you. Okay, so you have to be really careful with what you do. Is it really beneficial to others for you to come out with the exact same thing in a different version? You need to come up with your own ideas, and, you know, it's not that difficult. You can do it. Let's do another example. So if you see someone else who has a really great purpose and they are doing well because people resonate with their purpose, don't use their purpose as your purpose. Don't take what they're doing and use that to build on. So if someone's purpose was to, you know, use the money that their business earns to help others in society, or help animals, or help children, or help people with diseases, you don't want to use that as your purpose if that's not what your goal was. Don't get distracted, don't get confused, and don't confuse your customers, because if you start going off on these paths and chasing that rabbit, you're going to confuse your customers, and then they're not really going to know what you stand for. So you need to be super careful when you're making decisions about your business. One of the biggest things to making it in business is to keep your integrity. Keep your purpose in mind and do everything with your purpose in mind. Okay, be consistent. That's how you build loyal customers. That's how you build your brand. If you're all over the place, then your brand is not going to be very clear, and you're going to have a hard time. You know, you may get immediate success off of following someone else, but in the long run, it may not be successful. And I know it's so very easy to get distracted by other people's paths. It happens to all of us. It's so difficult sometimes when you see someone else who's doing really well, and it seems like it happened for them very quickly and they didn't really put a lot of effort into it. But what you don't realize is that there's always things that happen before they came on the scene that you didn't see. And if they did get success super quickly, then oftentimes that's going to backfire later. So, you know, having a business, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's something that you have to work on a consistent basis. So make sure that's what you're doing, and that you're not doing anything that you would come back and question later, because those are things that other people are going to see. Those are things that other people are going to see, and you don't want them to question you, and you don't want them to question your business. Okay, so I hope this helped you. And make sure that you keep the 4-way test in mind. It is a great tool for businesses to stay on track with their goals and to stay on track with building their brand, which of course is really important. So if you need more help, if you need guidance in starting your business or help to make your business more successful, make sure you check out my Success Path. It is a group setting where I teach people the skills that they need to learn in order to start and run a successful business. It is a great group of people and we have built a great community. There's monthly training, and we also have twice weekly Zoom calls so that you can ask questions directly to me. So Zoom is like a webinar app, and we can actually look at each other and talk. It's a really great atmosphere. And so I hope you will check that out if you are looking for help. Okay, I will see you in the next business tip. Until then, bye-bye.